Hello and welcome to episode 13. Yeah. Because the other one fucked up.
Yep.
Yeah, so welcome to episode 13. I'm going to check YouTube and make sure that it is episode 13 just to make sure while you guys are looking at this and trying to figure out what the fuck am I doing with my life. Anyways, okay, yeah, it is episode 13. So yeah, welcome to episode 13. There was going to be an episode 13 previous time, but my audio was not working very well in that one, so pretty much just trash it. Just gonna make this a fresh new 13. So this is gonna be a 13.0. Just gonna make it better, you know. Anyways, I'm gonna get through some housekeeping real quick. One being that Gakee is now a part of the podcast all the time now. He's officially now part of it. He's been enjoying it, so he was like, I'm gonna come every once in a while or every time now. And I'm not talking about the COME. I'm talking about the CU. No. Not only that, but my brain just fucking melted away. So I've been working a 7-day shift, going on an additional 5 days, so I've been going on it for now 12 days straight. Anyways, but also do have PayPal if you want to do any kind of donations towards wanting to get yourself a patch or anything like that, and you get early access to those first versus somebody else that's going to be like face-to-face in person, or be part of partaking in a free giveaway by initializing yourself into that type of thing. And it can be literally $1 just to participate yourself in it. And a way that will work on giveaways is per dollar is per many times your name will be in the system for the drawing of a free giveaway. And trust me, you can win more than once. So if you didn't win the previous one, you'll be able to win the next one. You don't have to worry about it for the next one. What else? I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. My brain's my brain is fried. I don't know where I'm going with this anymore. Yeah. Yeah, let's get started. I am brain dead.
I feel you.
I know we talked about this on the last one that I didn't get to put up there, but how do you feel about kids in trench coats? Or airsofters in trench coats?
We did go over that last time.
We did. True. Yeah, we did go over it. We're gonna go over it again.
We're gonna go over a lot of things we just went over because you're dumb freaking audio.
Right? It's okay.
Okay. Well, kids in trench coats, I think as long as they're having fun, you know, just make sure they're calling their hits, because I know that will that trench coat can flow behind them and soak up the hits and then not even be able to feel it. So as long as you're calling your hits and as long as you're having fun, that's all I care about. Just don't be cringe.
I just think of them as massive school shooters, but that's just me.
See, it's not as funny as the joke when you don't have 3 other people in the
Hey, look, it's okay. Dark humor at its finest.
Yeah.
If they want to feel like a school shooter, but they're doing it legally, let them feel like a legal school shooter. But yeah, what else? Oh yeah. No, I don't care. Like, it's whatever you wear is whatever you wear. Like, there's a dude that wore a onesie unicorn outfit in there.
Really?
Yeah.
I think a girl's done that before.
A dude has done this.
A dude. Okay. Well,
no shame either. It's funny as hell though.
Yeah.
I ain't against it.
Right.
And yeah, it was pretty good. Another thing too. Oh, that was another part of the housekeeping I forgot. Yeah, let me know now. Let me know down in the comments too if you like a live stream podcast one of these days. We'll set something up for it.
Yeah, because we didn't get that out, nobody got to vote on it. So they can vote on it this time.
They get to vote on it this time. Okay, now that's what I was forgetting. That's what I was forgetting, part of the housekeeping. Okay, anyways, moving on. Big fun thing. I am gonna be getting the hop up out of my KWA swapped out for a better one, so it's gonna be more accurate, which means it's also gonna be bigger scary for players that are going to be involved on the other end of it.
Yep. Yep.
Will I feel bad for them? Nope.
3 consistent shots to the face. Anyway.
No adjustment required.
Not at all.
Anyways, but yeah, no, that's gonna be fun. I do plan on changing out the foregrip for a smaller one. I found one that I want, which is a Daniel Defense one, where my middle finger and my 2 other fingers are gonna be on a nice firm grip. I can actually probably get the camera to show it. Okay, my phone's not dead. It's low, but it's not dead. Let me pull it up on my lovely handy dandy. Oh my god. My phone's been terrible. If anybody knows how to, like... Oh! There we go. It was going to be this bad boy. Wait, no, not that bad. Well, actually, that didn't look too bad. Where'd it go, though? I had it. Oh, here we go. Yes, it was going to be this bad boy right here. That bad boy.
Nice. That looks decent.
It's smaller. My middle finger can go around that part, and then my two other fingers can go there. Because I'm always holding my front or my rail like this anyways.
Yeah.
So there's really no point for that foregrip I have, that extra extension down that long.
Right.
So I'll have that eventually. Not right now, though, obviously. But eventually. And it's going to be in black because the gun itself is that lovely bronze golden black.
Yeah. Have you ever considered spray painting your gun?
No. Oh, hell no. However, what I will do is for my DMR, I will lather up a ghillie suit gun camo on it.
I don't mean with all your internals in it. I mean take it apart and actually do it properly. Not like.
I mean,
oh
I
yes,
have
the motor and the gearbox.
No, I have blue paint tape that I can cover up that just in case.
Just take anything out. Just take them all out. Dude.
No, that's way too much work. I'm lazy.
No,
I want easy work. I want easy work.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, that's fair.
Exactly.
I can't blame you for wanting it easy. Especially when your job, you're doing freaking 12-hour shifts and freaking 15-day weeks, you know.
Yeah, it's something else. But yeah, no. I do plan on getting a gun cam though for my gas blowback to face the camera towards me. I do have one. It's a little Insta shot 3-1, but the thing is too is like that Insta shot only does like 3-minute recordings per time and breaks it apart every 3 minutes. So I don't really want to do that. And then when it comes to like editing on this software, my little janky thing over here doesn't want to like gather it all together. So it's just like, hey, guess what? You're gonna have to like put it all together and put it into this software. And then when you go to edit it out, what you're gonna need to do is quick export. And then after that, it's already saved, so then you can take out that file and put it in your other SD card, and then what you get to do is then you can then do all that. And it's just too much process. I already had to do that with my run cam and my GoPro for this footage to work. So with my run cam, luckily, it only records under one full recording.
I like your accent for Gakee. It's kind of funny. What is your dog doing in the background?
She's playing with her ball.
Okay. In the kennel or is it outside?
Yeah, in the kennel. In the kennel.
In the kennel. Okay.
Yeah. I don't want her out of her kennel right now because she'll run around and terrorize everything.
Yeah.
Because she is a shithead. Lovable shithead, but a shithead.
Yeah. Yeah.
I came home one day and I was working on my motorcycle, checking out the primary chain and stuff. So I got home that day and I walk in. All of a sudden, I see her kennel was bent open. And then I opened up the door just a little wider, and she just had trash going all along the flooring, all the way to the kitchen, and then halfway through my hall. And she comes all running to me, all like, oh, yay, look what I did. And then I went, what did you do? And her ears just went down. She looked away. She was like this, like, oh, shit, I'm in trouble.
She's like,
I
what
was
I do. Oh,
pissed.
it's not good. Oh.
I was infuriated.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's okay. She might not have known any better. How old was she when she did that?
She's 7 months. She did it when she was 7 months.
Oh, so this is like the other
This
day.
was like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, yeah, she's a puppy. She doesn't know.
Oh, she knows.
She knows now, hopefully.
She knows. Especially when I get angry, she knows. She'll stop. I actually took her outside tonight off her leash. Like I had her harness and everything on her, her little tactical harness.
Yeah.
Put that all on her, and then I walked her outside, took the leash off, and then I had her ball with me, so we were just playing fetch for a little bit, let her run that energy out.
Sure.
It was great.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool.
So I just realized most of my team is slowly going gas blowback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We discussed that last time. But
Yeah,
it's gone now.
Kenny and Nate. Well, now Nate. Kenny, I think, is fully gas blowback now because he had an MP5 gas blowback, but I don't know if he went back to HPA though. But he had a H&K MP5. Literally, you had to pull the fucking slide back, put the mag in, and then you could do the MP5 slap down, and it'd be fine.
Nice. Very cool.
I wanted to buy it from him so bad, but somebody else already bought it. I was like, fuck. I was like, I wanted that.
Yeah.
Look what Alger made me do. He wanted me to have this kind of stuff. Yeah, no. My next gas blowback is gonna be a M4 platform. Excuse me. I'm tired. It's been a long day.
We are both exhausted.
We are. Right now, my
I
motorcycle's in shop, so I've been having to take the bus to and from work.
Ugh,
Well, more like to and from locations to get things.
yeah.
I'll put it at that.
Yeah, I've been up since like 4 a.m. Not doing well. I'm ready to go to bed, but staying up for this.
I think my boots are cutting in. I think I'm gonna have to get new boots.
Oh, your boots are like getting destroyed.
Yeah, from just always constantly using them, and I accidentally used them for airsoft a couple of times when I have another pair of boots that I use for airsoft. I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, after the session from Wild West, I realized I was wearing my boots, and I was like, wait a minute. I was like, fuck, I put on the wrong ones.
Yeah.
Because the other ones, they're Under Armour boots. And they're
Right.
stupid comfy on the inside. I can run on those for hours.
Right.
These ones are more of my door kicker work boots. I mean, the other ones are door kickers too, but these ones are more of my everyday work boots. So.
Yeah, not quite as comfortable, especially to run it. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's more of I'm agitated. I'm going after you. Get back here.
Yeah.
But yeah, what have you been up to other than shooting kids?
Other than shooting kids,
Illegally.
making videos about me shooting kids. Oh, hey.
I knew you were one of those trench coat users, you son of a.
Oh yeah, it's not in this podcast. When I first started out, like a year into it, I guess a year into it is kind of more than just starting out. But I wore a trench coat for 1 or 2 sessions. I thought it was kind of cool, and like I said, as long as you're having fun, I don't care. I think it's kind of cool. But you asked what I'm getting in, what I've been up to. My brother's actually getting an MP5 this Sunday.
GBB, or AEG.
Just the Heckler and Koch competition kit. It's like $200. He's like 13, so he's got to get into it.
He's not a man. He's not a man. He needs the gas blowback one. He's not a man.
Man, I don't blame him. Like, 13, just being able to get a gun.
Well, yeah, no, and gas blowbacks aren't cheap.
That's very true. I wanted a freaking GHK AK-74U, but we've already discussed this in past podcasts. But they're like $1,000 a pop right now for a reliable and actually decent one. Yeah. So it sucks. It absolutely sucks.
You know what that means? You get to save up for $1,000 just to buy one.
No, yeah, that's true. But I'd rather go with the, and people would hate me for this, but I'd rather go with the electric blowback Bolt AK-74U, just because electric, and it's $500. Significantly cheaper, and that extra $500 you can put into mods and external accessories and internal stuff.
Yeah, but then at least with gas blowback, it's more reliable than an AEG because you don't have to worry about gearboxes wearing and tearing, and it only costs $3 to replace the nozzle.
Yeah,
versus
that's a good point.
versus like $7 to replace a hop up with a spring.
Right, yeah. So here's the thing though, I'm looking for something with a large amount of kick. So a lot of the M4s I'm seeing out today
Gas
aren't nearly as,
blowback.
I know, but aren't nearly as talked about as much as
Gas
like a GH.
blowback.
That's what I'm talking about, gas blowbacks, like the M4s, like a lot of the stuff I'm looking at, just nobody is like, oh yeah, the recoil on this is insane. Whereas the GHK AKs and the Bolt EBB, like those are all
It's all
apparently
about that
super.
spring and buffer tube.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
what gives a kick, but it's more of also retracting back the nozzle after releasing the gas and everything.
Yeah,
That's why it gives that kick and stuff, is because that nozzle is being thrown back into the buffer tube and the spring, so it's got that weight to kind of be like.
yeah. We are so exhausted.
Yeah, I'm fucking brain dead, dude. Like, I kid you not. It's been a process all day.
Yeah.
Ah.
Alright, what
All
else do
day
we?
all day I was like, is it nap time yet? Is it nap time yet? I'm not old yet, but is it nap time yet?
Yo, I feel that.
I feel
Well,
fucking
so what have
old
you been
though.
up to then, besides getting new boots and
Uh,
new foregrip?
work, work, farming on Warframe, getting pissed off at Modern Warfare 2 because they keep putting me in with people that are wishing it was ranked.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm just trying to level up my guns and just casually play. Like, you guys don't have to sweat this hard. Just a couple kills and I'll be happy. But no, and it makes it worse because, like, me and my buddy, we were playing Modern Warfare 2 before we went over to play Warframe, because we went to go play Warframe after just to go farm for the stuff, because they're the new sword and everything that was out on the new quest that's been out for like a couple days now. I already got everything on it. But we were playing Modern Warfare 2, and we got into the second match because we finished the first match. We did pretty good. And then when it came to the second match, it was that deserty looking map with a few broken buildings and stuff like that, and everybody wanted to camp with DMRs and snipers and marksman rifles, and I'm just like, why?
Yeah.
Why? Couldn't even see their head, couldn't even see the glares, couldn't see like any slight movement. The
Yeah.
map was just, they were all the way on the other side, and it was just way too big. I go to spawn in on dead, I'm like, really? Bruh, I didn't even get to move 2 feet yet, and you killed me.
Right. Yeah.
So we both raged out on that. Not really
Yeah.
raged, but we just were like, fuck it, whatever. We're going to Warframe.
Yeah. I mean, if we're on the topic of games, Dead by Daylight, dude, I've gotten so many people that are just like, whatever. I'm just gonna go play the game, and it annoys me because they don't have a casual mode. Every single game you play is ranked. Technically, kind of ranked.
I don't even
So
like Dead by Daylight. Like I got it, I have it, I've played a few games of it, but then I was like, this ain't even scary, nor is it challenging.
well,
And not only that, I'm like, it kind of ruins the fun for the people that are hunting the players, because they made a bunch of rules that, oh, as the hunter, you're not allowed to baby guard the person that's on the spike. And it's like, I'm
yeah,
going to play it how I want to, okay?
right,
I'm going to play it how I want to. You made up these made up rules. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to grab this person, I'm going to hang them there, and then I'm just going to wait. And if they get out, guess what? I'm going to hang them there because they don't have a second try. And guess what? I'm going to go after the rest of you guys. I don't care if you're slowly working on the generators or slowly finding this hatch. I'm going to keep grabbing all you motherfuckers. And I'm going to put you where I want you.
right. So I think what the beauty of that in Dead by Daylight is, if you try to play that way, usually you'll get outplayed because the way the game is set up is if you're going out and you're doing a gen pressure on other gens, and you are able to kind of come back and monitor that hook, then you can kind of work it out that way. And usually, especially on more simple killers like I forget what he is. I think it might be a wraith. But usually when you're doing that and you can gen press everybody, I see you yawning. I see you yawning. It's not that exhausting, man. We're not that tired.
I'm brain
Usually,
dead.
I feel you.
I need more sugar. This carrot has more sugar.
Yeah, get that fake grenade going.
Right.
Once you get it empty, throw it in the rooms. Oh no.
Wow.
But yeah,
Ever deep throat
usually
a carrot before?
I will not answer that question. No, no, don't look at me like that. Don't do that. This is an airsoft podcast where we're talking about if you pressure gens and hold hooks, then you'll do well.
Yeah.
Stop looking
You know
like
all
that.
about that holding hooks, don't you?
Oh, okay. Again, no comment. No comment.
Explains why his guns are all hung up in the back.
On a completely unrelated topic, I do have a girlfriend. All right, we can go back. Just had to throw that out there, you know.
Hey, she can watch.
I'm so naturally good looking, you know.
She can watch.
Oh, I'm sure she'd enjoy it for reasons. Anyway.
What the fuck?
I mean, at least the last few episodes, you know, like the last 2 or 3.
I don't think she's watched my podcast yet.
Probably not. No. She doesn't even watch my airsoft content, man. I feel bad. But she doesn't like it, so that's fine.
Be like, hey, if you want to see somebody else also shoot kids for fun, here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it when people ask me like what I do for YouTube content. I go, I shoot kids.
Yep.
And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, I shoot kids. And they're like debating if they should call 911 or not. And I'm like,
oh, after color right here.
right? And I'm just like, yeah, no, I do airsoft. It's similar to paintball, but it's with plastic projectiles. They're like, oh, I thought you meant. They're like, I thought you meant like you go out in the middle of nowhere or like out a corner street and you shoot kids like with either that like that or like you just take a gun and you just start murking kids all the way across the street and then like nobody knows until they see a dead corpse on the side. I'm like, no, that's not what I do. I go.
How many people have actually thought that though? Like
a good handful, like more than my
really?
hand, more than my fucking fingers.
Okay, well that's interesting. I've said that before. I've never had that reaction.
Oh, I have.
That's funny though.
But then after
I have. Yeah.
After I explain it to them and stuff, they're like, oh, I thought you meant like you're actually shooting kids, and I'm like, yeah, legally.
Like, pull the trigger and they get hurt.
And then they're like, oh, well, now that you explain it, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you noticed a slight decline in your videos at all? Is their stuff kind of going away? Because I don't mean I'm not
like,
a huge.
What do you mean decline?
I'm not a huge like channel, so it's not a huge like a.
I am so confused on what you mean on decline.
My views, I put more work into them, and I've made them kind of shorter over time, and the views have gone. Like I don't get it.
Oh, I mean it really varies on like what you're engaging with and what you're doing with. Like with for example, and also it includes the titles too. Like how good is the title gonna like catch the audience? Like for example, Raging Mag Dump. It only caught the audience because it has Raging Mag Dump in the title. Yeah. And it was not a lie though. Like they had to watch the entire video just to see where it was, and guess what? That's how you catch them. You make them watch the entire video. After you make them watch the entire video, they come across to that final part of that section, and they're like, "Oh, this is where it's at."
Right.
And I did a lovely zoom in on it, so then you could see it.
Yep.
Which I still have to post to my TikTok, which obviously when this podcast goes up,
we don't talk about TikTok.
It'll go on TikTok
for that. It's so mine personally is terrible. Last time I uploaded a TikTok, I used to be super consistent, but that was probably a month ago.
In other words, ladies and gentlemen, his TikTok's full of furries.
Shooting up maybe. It's airsoft content. I don't know what to tell you. So.
Yeah, mine's a mix of both airsoft and motorcycle. Um, I actually am gonna be making a thirst trap TikTok video in my gear.
Oh, you are. What's your on an unrelated note? What's your TikTok handle?
You should already know.
I know it's a joke, Shadow.
I will come over where you live and I will come on your front door and make you answer it, and then you're just gonna see a white streak of stains going straight down with my name spelled out. Shadow was here.
I mean, I have no personal opinion. Whether or not.
When they
Anyway,
rage some more.
Alright, do we have any airsoft content to go over? Like actual?
Well, I
Oh,
mean,
actually.
kind of, I guess. I mean, I'm fucking brain dead, and normally when we have the rest of the crew in here, there's more to talk about.
That's true.
I don't mind being it just a one-on-one thing, you know. I don't mind it. Somehow we're still keeping it entertaining by just segueing. Good. I said it right the first time, and I try to do it again 3 more times.
Well, it's because you got the ing at the end. You're trying to say segue-ing.
Yeah,
So it's kind of
we're segueing. There we go. Segueing. We're just gonna segueing. There we go.
that works, you know.
So we're segueing into other topics.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, I don't mind. I'm not against it.
Right.
Why do you gotta be a stupid whore about it?
you know what we could do? We could. I don't know if you've ever done this, but you could like put up a YouTube video and we kind of watch it and we critique it together. It could be yours, it could be mine. I don't care. But, you know, if we wanted it in mine, yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, to add in, comment down below if you guys would like me to do reaction videos as much as Turts have done reaction videos. See how I would do it versus how others would do it.
Being able to review other channels and videos, etc.
And like saying how I would do it versus how they're doing it, or
yeah,
you know, seeing how they're playing and stuff.
Yeah.
For example, you see that kid running there? I want you to mag dump him.
Yeah. Yeah, I think mine and your content have a very distinct kind of style regarding airsoft.
It's close, but it's not similar. It's close to what it's doing, but it's not similar to the point where it looks like it's copying. And it wouldn't even be copying anyways, because others do the same shit too.
Yeah.
Others do the same thing. It's not even copying. So like, that's one thing I do hate about when people go to comment in one another's videos, going, "Hey, you copied so and so." No, I didn't copy this person. This person and I just happen to have the same fucking style.
Yeah.
The only difference is this is their point of view. This is my point of view. This is how they handle it. This is how I handle it.
Yeah. Yeah.
This gun is what they're using. This gun is what I'm using.
So let me pull up your content right beside mine, because I think that my content is a lot more dedicated to just the action.
Yeah, yours is more like up close to the action. Like, yeah, there's a little bit of commentary in there, kind of like how mine is. But a lot of the times, yours is more just up towards the action. You have music playing, versus where mine is more of the action point and just playing through.
Yeah.
I might do another music video for all this stuff. Not 100% sure yet.
I think I've tried to do a few music videos recently. I've not uploaded any of them yet. I think I've got one that's really decent because
I am waiting for my mount because I am gonna be working on a new intro for my videos.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the like this. Not really. I don't want to say stage, but like the thought out one that you're actually gonna work on.
Yeah. So viewers / subbers, whatever you want to call yourselves, my people. There we go. My people. Yeah. my lovely people. If you're excited to see it, yeah, let me know. That's if they make it this far, because normally they watch only like 5 minutes of it, and they're like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
When in reality, they could just play this. They literally could just play this in the background and just listen to it. In all honesty.
Yeah. That's kind of the nature of podcasts, though, right?
Just
put it on the background while you're doing some
yeah,
mundane tasks, like laundry or.
Like when I'm working and stuff, and I'm doing my stuff, I put on other people's podcasts, especially on Spotify, which I need to know how to do that eventually for all these ones.
Yeah.
And then after that, like I'm gonna have to like screen record the previous podcasts and then upload them to like Spotify and stuff. And I want to make sure it's at least listener free, because if it's listener free, I don't have to worry about people spending money. Spending money just to stay ad free or like have like sponsors and stuff. Like I wouldn't mind having sponsors in general on my personal videos, like my actual videos themselves. But when it comes to like my podcasts and stuff, I don't want sponsors to intervene on it.
Yeah.
Until a certain point, or just make it just user friendly, and then just have people, if they want, optional wise, donate to the PayPal, and then like if they wanted to like leave comments in it, and then I can just read it off towards the end.
Yeah.
I kind of picked that up from somebody else's podcast for the reading the donation things, because it's smart. It's nice because you're giving those people a shout out. And my dog's having fun with her new bone. I bought her a new bone yesterday. She's having fun with it. She literally grabbed that thing out of the aisle when we were walking by, because I walked her to Pet Planet, and it's not far down the road. It's like 20 minutes, a 20-minute walk down. If it was just me, then yeah, it'd take me 10 minutes because I walk pretty fast. But because I had her, it took like 20 to 35 minutes just to get there, and then it took almost an hour just to get back, because she was getting not only tired, but also she wanted to play with her new toy, and a lot of cars and stuff. I'm getting her still used to all the cars.
No, yeah. Those loud noises, man, dogs don't like it.
Especially
tiny dogs, I've noticed.
Well,
Because we have a great Pyrenees. He doesn't really seem too indifferent about cars. Just like making sure they don't go off the road,
right.
Not coming at us.
Well, what's nice about her is she's actually surprisingly stays by my side when
she's off the leash and we're outside and stuff.
Yeah, is she kind of trained off leash? Can you like recall her and tell her to stay?
That I'm still working on for her, because I'm working on making her a combat service dog. But she actually does pretty well so far. When we're inside like this, she goes back to her little puppy mode. So.
What breed is she?
She's a half German Shepherd, half Husky.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So, don't you chew on the blanket? You already tore it. Play with your ball. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi.
But anyways, so her dad's a purebred German Shepherd, and her mom's a purebred Siberian Husky.
Okay, so she's literally just half and half. That's cool.
Yeah. Like she's gonna be about my hip. Is where her head's gonna be. She's only 7 months. She's already a little more than halfway there.
Wow. Okay.
And normally dog breeds, depending if they're like a large dog, they don't stop growing until I think 2.5 years old.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's gonna get big.
Right.
And I hate having to leave her home alone because
she gets stressed.
Yeah.
And
it's not good for her.
Yeah, I mean, when you're gone that long for work and etc., like that's not usually good for dogs, I don't think. Do you have your roommate kind of take you out on walks while you're gone for that long?
I have my brother with me, but he's been at my mom's for the entire week.
Oh, okay. So it's just okay.
It's just me.
Well, I think if it's just for a week, it's not too bad.
No,
but
he'll be back sometime tomorrow, supposedly.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Well, I'm glad she's able to get out, etc.
Yeah.
I keep saying etc. a lot now. All of a sudden, I feel like I said it like 5
gay
times.
Son.
I need to shave the side of my face again because it's getting pretty bad.
Did you need to shave?
Yeah, the side of my face right here.
Yeah, if you're not shaving every other day, what are you doing?
No, I shave once it starts to grow back out again to a certain thickness.
To a certain thing. Yeah. You
Yeah,
gotta get a little bit.
I rather not look like a 12-year-old.
Right. Yeah.
And
Well.
plus the woman would kill me if I shaved my entire face.
Oh yeah. I understand why you got the mustache and the little. What is that, by the way? Oh, you know what? Yeah, I see that. Okay.
Yeah, I got a whole goatee going.
Yeah. I didn't even see
I'm
that.
gonna
I see
work
that.
on my Gandalf beard, but young Gandalf before he was old.
Yeah. You know what we should do? We should actually get into a session together and like share footage so we can both have videos on it. I think that'd be fun.
Noon on Saturday.
I would. I've already got Sunday scheduled though.
Yeah, do Saturday as
Also,
well.
do a lot of people show up to noon Saturdays?
Uh, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, and it's actually pretty chill most of the time. Every once in a while you'll get some shithead, but it'll ease out after like
Right.
3 matches.
Okay. Uh, that's expensive, man. It sucks because I literally like just earlier today I told someone, oh yeah, if you want to go, we can go on Sunday, this one or the next. And he's like, oh, Sunday doesn't work, but the next one does. And I'm like, all right, cool. And he's an long time old friend that I haven't seen in a while, so I'm definitely gonna have to honor that with him. But
No, that's fine.
otherwise I would. Otherwise I would.
Casually, just it's like, all right, I got you.
Yeah. Do you know when you're going afterwards? You don't have to say it on the stream if you don't want.
Well, after the session.
No, like next time you're going. After the next session.
Probably sometime around June.
June. Damn, dude. Alright.
Yeah, because I still have a lot to do this month.
Yeah. Are you gonna... Is it kind of public knowledge that you're moving? You're like, it wasn't. It wasn't until now, asshole.
It's a yes and no, but it's not me moving necessarily.
Right,
But,
okay.
it's more of a surprise when it does happen.
Okay. Alright. Alright. I want to talk to you about that later. if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's fine. Me moving, would be sometime next year, is when I plan.
Next year. Okay.
Yeah, is when I
Okay.
plan on getting a house, and I'll be moving out to a different city. It's probably gonna be a city closer to you. I'll tell you it off podcast because I don't want people to try to
Right. Not trying
dox
to
me
find
out.
you. Yeah. That would not be fun. I feel that.
Yeah, it's
Will you stop tearing the blanket?
We can hear that.
I know, she's like pulling it through her kennel. That's supposed to keep you moderately warm so if you get too cold at night, you little shit.
It's like, but I want it in
She's
here.
wagging her tail.
Oh.
She's looking at me all inside of her eyes and everything. Hi, baby. Hi. Hi.
and she's a goober. She's got that
Yeah.
derp type of like puppy thing. Like her tongue will stick out to the side of her mouth. She'll look at you all derpy like. And she's just adorable. I love her, even though she pisses me off a lot of the times. I still love her.
Oh yeah, of course. Goofy goober.
But yeah, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun though. I do plan on also buying a Real Steel Mod 1 MK18 full built.
Did you mention that in the text channel?
I know I talked about it in text-wise to the chat, but
Yeah.
I don't think I talked about it in the podcast.
Okay.
And I will get some like recordings for that as well when I
Oh yeah,
when I
that'd
do
be sick.
when I go to do a lot of the shoot stuff, so then people can see the movements and how well my targeting is,
Yeah.
which is also going to scare a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
It could be in a good way or a bad way, kind of scare. Because my duty belt, the one that I use for airsoft, is set up for my real steel shit,
Yeah.
and my vest rig is also set up for my real steel shit as well. I rather not have too much front heavy. I rather have an even amount of heavy around the waist and on the chest, because I need more breathing room up top than I do the leg area. So
Yeah.
I can still move mobily. I can still move pretty quick. It's just the thing is what. Oh, I hit spacebar for some reason. Thing is I didn't hit. I had nothing popped up.
Okay.
Surprisingly. But the thing is about live ammo weight is when people put it in the front of their chest rig and they put like the 6 mags in the front. Um, there are people that are used to it, which is fine. But if you think about it, it's a lot of weight in the front. It's a lot of less movement, a lot of less reaching for a new mag or for your rifle to mount around versus having a couple on your duty belt and just having a few up here.
Yeah. So at risk of sounding like a liberal, I don't mean to. Why do you need, or why do you want 6 magazines up front? That's a lot. That's a lot of ammo, I think. Unless you're using some.
It's
sort
not
of
even.
like
It's
mag.
well. The thing is with what people also don't understand is like military personnel also ran with that many mags in the front.
Oh, you're talking about like actual frontline shit.
Yeah. So they're
Okay.
military personnel. Like, well, even when people even that are out of the military or those that are just getting started in using guns and want to run a kit like that, um, a lot of it ends up being front heavy on the top. Like, yeah, cool. Like, you got mobility for your legs to run around faster. However, you're giving yourself less breathing room.
Right. Yeah.
Like, it's cool and all, like you're working up the cardio in that way, but I rather have at least decent balance where I have 3 up here and 2 to 3 right here as an easy reach just in case, because I could just drop the mag while I pull up the next one to put it in and go. Not only that, but like, yeah, it's not that much, but there's like a good amount of space right there that your arm is having to and your hand is having to reach around enough that it has that. But when you go to drop, everything gets in the way when you pull out your secondary. Your sling can also get caught in the process of it. But,
Right.
personal preference. There's people that run it different ways.
Yeah. Well, the reason I was asking is because if you're in like bounty hunting, I feel like 6 magazines for maybe usually one person is a lot, and
The only
you don't
time I would
necessarily
have
want
to
to
use a
break it down.
rifle, the only time I would have to use a rifle in that case is if there being an active shooter of some sort, and
Yeah.
I still have the distance range on them, and I could just put in sim rounds in there and pop them with it.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times, like, I have another plate carrier that doesn't have anything in the front except for a taser holster gun and something to put the flashlight in.
Yeah.
Because that's all you really ever need. And a lot of times, too, when you go up to people and you're like, hey, I'm so and so with a bonds company, I need so and so. And then they'd be like, there's people that will lie to you, there's people that will try to hide them, but once you find them, once you're there to
Yeah.
see them, catching them
It-
is easy.
Yeah.
It's just a
Do you,
matter of, are they going to fist fight? Are they going to run? Or are they going to actually cooperate?
right. Yeah. So once you see him, do you still need like a warrant and etc. to go on the property, or
No,
once
so
you
the
get
way
there?
the way bounty hunting okay, so the way bounty hunting works is when when okay, so say a guy named John Smith was in jail, right?
Yeah.
And he needed to get bonded out. So what he needs to do is he has to contact a bonding company, which is basically like a loan. So like say like it's like a car loan, but it's with it's as a person. So to have that work is they would contact the bonding company. Bonding company would have them sign a bunch of paperwork, but also they would also have to have a co-signer sign. They'd also have to have 3 references sign. Not only that, but everybody needs to have an address on there.
Right.
Once that address is on that paperwork and they fail to appear and you're going to look for them, you can either ask them nicely to let you search around the property inside the home to look for it,
Yeah.
or you can be a complete asshole and be like, fuck it, I'm not going to ask them, I'm going to go in, and you can kick in their fucking door and then go look. You don't pay for the damages either way.
Makes sense. How do you ensure that, not necessarily you, but how is it ensured by the state that when they put their address in, that's like current?
So the way it's kind of funny because like not necessarily is it going to always be 100% accurate, and they don't keep tabs on them.
Wow. Okay.
But when, like, say example, John Smith FTA'd and he listed an address that was his ex-girlfriend's place,
Right.
go to the ex-girlfriend, you do an interview with her like, hey, I'm looking for Mr. Smith, like, he failed to appear, so either you have to pay up front all this cash or you need to let me know where he's at.
Right.
And so they can either lie, or they can give subtle hints, or they can give you like, oh, like that's his ex. They'd be like, oh, yeah, no, fuck that dude. This dude's over here. And then you go over there. If they're in a property that's not on the bond application for the warrant, you can't necessarily bust in unless you have full visual and they're trying to hide them.
Right. Okay.
But the thing is, if you bust in and it's not on the warrant paperwork, they don't have to pay for it. It's now you have to pay for it. So it's like a win-loss situation. Like, do you want to do it? Do you not want to do it? Type of thing. So.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, you said they had the option, or you had the option to just bust in to whatever warrant was on the actual thing.
Yeah.
And my concern was, what if they put a false one, like their ex's address, right? So to me, that is something the state should probably, or just the state should figure out, like how they keep that updated. So you're not busting down right.
So the thing is too. Well, the thing is too is like, say John Smith was with the ex at the time, and that's why he put that address on there. So they can have both the same address, and then they break up. Nothing's been updated. He hasn't returned a phone call or anything. He FTA'd 3 days later, and they don't know where he's at. So now the bonds company, they hate doing it, but they have to do it. Hire bounty hunters to then go after him.
Yeah. Right.
And keep in mind, bounty hunters make 10 to 20% of that income after they capture him. So John Smith has an $80,000 bounty on him. You get 20% of that.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah. You yourself are you're basically a gun for, or a mercenary for hire, basically, to go after people who obviously you have to bring alive, because it's no longer the Wild West where you can either bring them in warm or cold.
Yeah. Right. That's pretty interesting, though. I think you've chosen a very
unique skill job. Yeah. Well, and the thing is too is like, for the longest time I've had people, tell me, yeah, you should be doing that. Like, you're working in, like, originally when I was working other places, they're like, you're working the wrong kind of field. They're like, you need to do this, you need to do that. And I was like, well, I've been doing my research on this, and they're like, I can see you doing that.
Right.
And I was like, you're goddamn right.
Yeah.
It was great though.
Yeah, we went a bit from airsoft, huh?
That's okay. That's okay. It's bounty hunting lessons 101 to kind of give people some insight.
Yeah. I got my cat sitting down here just enjoying a towel that's laid down there.
Pussy.
Just with water. I put a towel there.
Pussy.
Anyway.
Pussy.
Yeah. Dude, I'm so tired. My throat's like going up now.
Yeah, it's not the first time, baby boy.
Hey, yo, hold up.
How many silicones has she been using on you? Yeah. Like, I've had a few people ask me, like, when it comes to firearms, like, is it real bullets? Is it fake bullets? Blah blah blah. And you can use real bullets to keep loaded in your gun, but the thing
Yeah.
is like people don't understand that there are people when they FTA and go to do something that seems sketched out, and you point your gun at them. Not only you're terrible at de-escalating the situation, but secondly, they're gonna want you to shoot them. They're not afraid of the gun.
Right. Yeah.
However, that gun taser that you pull out with that lovely laser that's pointed at them,
Yeah.
that's what they're scared of, because for some reason it's psychologically it terrifies them more, and those that have been shocked by a tase gun before know how bad it can hurt, and
Yeah.
so they'll give up really quick.
Right. Well, one's like the end of it all, and the other's like you're gonna have to keep doing this for another, however long you want it to go.
Right.
So, yeah, I definitely see the psychological difference for sure.
Yeah, well, and I think it's just also because the laser just being put onto the body, it freaks them out a little bit.
Part of that too. Yeah, but I would say if you put a laser on a real steel like actual firearm with actual ammo in it, I think you'd still see a difference there.
I don't think they'd be scared as much because they would want their life to end. That's the thing, is they
Right.
would want
That's
their
what I'm
life
saying.
to end.
Yeah.
But when it comes to a taser and you hear a loud pop,
Yeah.
that's
That pop and it's over. Right.
that means have fun being shocked on the floor, pretty boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for my motorcycle to get off the shop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of upset that
I
it's in
saw you
shop
had it in
still.
Right, why was it in there again? I
Transmission issue.
Okay. Yeah. That's true.
Once that's all repaired up and ready to go, I'm gonna be flying up and down the freeway with it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
miss the
Nope.
freedom.
I was tempted to ask you what your top speed was in that thing that you've done specifically, but for podcast purposes, it's 65, of course.
Motorcyclists go 65. Now, a lot of the times, motorcyclists actually go 85, only because they're actually legally allowed to. Cars can only go up to 10 miles an hour over the speed limit when it's not the last week of the month, because cops will be like, oh. As
Right.
for motorcyclists, they're allowed to go 15 over.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, it's a podcast, so I'm not gonna say. my-
Yeah. Yeah. I
60.
mean, we can end it here. It'll be a slightly smaller one by like a few minutes, but hey, we can end it here.
Yeah. I'm done.
I'm down to end it here. It's just the two of
We're
us.
both exhausted.
Just the
Yeah.
two of us. You can make it if you try. It's just the two of us. Just the two of us.
Freaking heavy metal cover. I want to hear that. Does that exist? Is it out there?
I don't know. I just like to make that. Anyways. Alrighty, well, while he's looking, thanks for tuning into this podcast. Sorry the other one didn't get to get uploaded because it was kind of espresso depresso audio depleto.
Yeah.
And, yeah, at least this one makes up for it. Anyways, goodbye, have a great time, remember, big chungus. Bye-bye. Why did that pull up on the side?